Bitcoin, the world's first decentralized cryptocurrency, has experienced an unprecedented surge in value since its launch in 2009. Its price has fluctuated dramatically over the years, but one thing is clear. Bitcoin has created wealth for many early adopters and investors. In this article, we will explore the potential for Bitcoin to reach a price of $500,000 by 2025. To understand why Bitcoin could hit $500,000 in just a few years, we need to analyze several factors. These factors include Bitcoin's unique features, its growing adoption, its limited supply, and the macroeconomic environment. First, let's explore Bitcoin's unique features that set it apart from traditional currencies and other assets. Bitcoin is a decentralized digital currency that is not subject to the control of any government or financial institution. It is built on a decentralized ledger called the blockchain, which allows for secure, transparent, and immutable transactions. Bitcoin also has a limited supply, with a maximum of 21 million coins that can never be in circulation. This scarcity is built into the Bitcoin protocol, which reduces the inflation rate over time as the mining reward decreases. Bitcoin's scarcity and the fixed supply make it similar to gold, which is also a scarce asset that is widely used as a store of value. Another factor that makes Bitcoin unique is its growing adoption. More and more people are using Bitcoin as a means of payment, investment, and store of value. Bitcoin's adoption is driven by several factors, including the increasing availability of Bitcoin wallets, the growing number of merchants accepting Bitcoin, and the emergence of Bitcoin-based financial products such as futures and options. Bitcoin's growing adoption is also driven by its perceived value as a hedge against inflation and economic uncertainty. As central banks print more money and the global economy faces uncertainty, many investors are turning to Bitcoin as a safe haven asset. This demand for Bitcoin as a store of value could increase as the global economic environment remains volatile. Given these factors, it is not surprising that many experts predict that Bitcoin could reach a price of $500,000 by 2025. In fact, some experts believe that this is a conservative estimate, given the current economic environment and Bitcoin's unique features. One of the most well-known proponents of Bitcoin is Michael Saylor, the CEO of MicroStrategy, a business intelligence firm that has invested billions of dollars in Bitcoin. Saylor has been vocal about his bullish outlook on Bitcoin and has predicted that Bitcoin could reach a price of $500,000 by 2025. Saylor's prediction is based on several factors, including the limited supply of Bitcoin, the growing demand for Bitcoin as a store of value, and the increasing adoption of Bitcoin by institutional investors. Saylor has also pointed out that Bitcoin's price tends to follow a logarithmic growth curve, which suggests that Bitcoin's price could continue to rise at an exponential rate. Other experts have also predicted that Bitcoin could reach a price of $500,000 by 2025. For example, Tim Draper, a billionaire investor and early Bitcoin adopter, has predicted that Bitcoin could reach a price of $250,000 by the end of 2022 and $500,000 by 2024 or 2025. Draper's prediction is based on several factors, including the increasing adoption of Bitcoin by institutional investors, the growing number of Bitcoin wallets, and the increasing use of Bitcoin as a means of payment. Draper has also pointed out that Bitcoin's scarcity and limited supply make it similar to gold, which has historically been a safe haven asset. It is worth noting that not everyone is bullish on Bitcoin's prospects. Some experts believe that Bitcoin's price is too volatile and that it is not a reliable store of value. Others argue that Bitcoin's adoption is limited and that it will never become mainstream. Factors that could drive Bitcoin's price to $500,000 by 2025. 1. Institutional adoption. One of the key factors that could propel Bitcoin to $500,000 by 2025 is institutional adoption. Over the past few years, there has been a growing interest from institutional investors in Bitcoin as an asset class. This has been evidenced by the increasing number of hedge funds, family offices, and other institutional investors that have been allocating funds to Bitcoin. One of the main drivers of institutional adoption has been the increasing mainstream acceptance of Bitcoin. In recent years, major companies such as PayPal, Visa, and MasterCard have all started accepting Bitcoin as a payment method, and this has helped to drive up the cryptocurrency's mainstream appeal. In addition, Regulatory clarity has also helped to encourage institutional adoption. Over the past few years, there has been a growing recognition by regulators that Bitcoin is a legitimate asset class. This has led to the introduction of regulations that have made it easier for institutional investors to invest in Bitcoin. If institutional adoption of Bitcoin continues to grow, this could drive up demand for the cryptocurrency, which in turn could push up its price. According to some analysts, if just 1% of institutional investors allocated 5% of their portfolio to Bitcoin, the cryptocurrency's price could reach $500,000. 1. Increasing scarcity. Another factor that could drive Bitcoin to $500,000 by 2025 is its increasing scarcity. As we mentioned earlier, the total supply of Bitcoin is limited to 21 million coins. At present, around 18.8 million coins have already been mined, which means that there are only around 2.2 million coins left to be mined. The rate at which new coins are mined is also decreasing. As we mentioned earlier, the reward for mining a new block is halved every 210,000 blocks. This means that the number of new coins being created is decreasing over time. As the number of coins in circulation becomes scarcer, this could drive up demand for Bitcoin, which in turn could push up its price. Some analysts have even suggested that Bitcoin's scarcity could make it more valuable than gold, which is currently the most widely accepted store of value. 1. Increased adoption in emerging markets. Another factor that could drive up the price of Bitcoin to $500,000 by 2025 is increased adoption in emerging markets. Many emerging market economies are characterized by high inflation rates and volatile currencies. This has led to a growing interest in Bitcoin as an alternative store of value. Countries such as Venezuela, Argentina, and Zimbabwe have all experienced hyperinflation in recent years, which has led to a surge in demand for Bitcoin. In addition, countries such as Nigeria and India have also seen growing interest in Bitcoin as a means of transferring money across borders. If Bitcoin continues to gain traction in emerging markets, this could drive up demand for the cryptocurrency, which in turn could push up its price. Some analysts have even suggested that Bitcoin could become the de facto currency of some emerging market economies in the future. 1. Increased retail adoption. Finally, increased retail adoption could also drive up the price of Bitcoin to $500,000 by 2025. While institutional adoption has been a key driver of Bitcoin's recent price growth, retail adoption could also play a significant role in driving up demand for the cryptocurrency. In recent years, there has been a growing interest in Bitcoin among retail investors. This has been driven by a number of factors, including increasing mainstream acceptance of Bitcoin and the increasing ease of access to the cryptocurrency through exchanges and other platforms. If retail adoption of Bitcoin continues to grow, this could drive up demand for the cryptocurrency, which in turn could push up its price. Some analysts have even suggested that Bitcoin could eventually replace fiat currencies as the primary means of payment. Another factor that could potentially lead to a surge in Bitcoin's price is the increasing demand for the cryptocurrency from institutional investors. Over the past few years, there has been a growing interest in Bitcoin from large institutional investors, such as hedge funds, family offices, and pension funds. Many of these investors have begun to allocate a portion of their portfolios to Bitcoin in order to diversify their holdings and potentially benefit from the cryptocurrency's strong returns. One of the biggest catalysts for institutional adoption of Bitcoin has been the growing acceptance of the cryptocurrency by major financial institutions. In recent years, several major banks and financial institutions, such as J.P. Morgan Chase, Goldman Sachs, and Fidelity, have begun to offer Bitcoin-related services to their clients. This has helped to increase the legitimacy of Bitcoin as an asset class and has made it easier for institutional investors to gain exposure to the cryptocurrency. In addition to institutional adoption, there are several other factors that could potentially drive Bitcoin's price higher in the coming years. One of these factors is the growing use of Bitcoin as a payment method. While Bitcoin is primarily used as a store of value at the moment, there is a growing number of merchants and businesses that accept the cryptocurrency as a form of payment. If this trend continues to grow, it could lead to an increase in demand for Bitcoin and a subsequent rise in its price. Another factor that could contribute to a surge in Bitcoin's price is the increasing interest in decentralized finance, DeFi, applications. DeFi refers to a new wave of financial applications that are built on top of decentralized blockchain networks, such as Ethereum. These applications allow users to access financial services, such as lending, borrowing, and trading, without the need for intermediaries like banks. Many DeFi applications use cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin as their underlying assets, which could potentially lead to increased demand for the cryptocurrency. Finally, it is worth noting that Bitcoin's price is notoriously difficult to predict, and there are many factors that could potentially impact its price in the coming years. While some analysts are bullish on the cryptocurrency and believe that it could potentially reach $500,000 by 2025, others are more skeptical and believe that the cryptocurrency's price is likely to be much lower in the coming years. Ultimately, the future of Bitcoin's price will depend on a wide range of factors, including the level of institutional adoption, the growth of the DeFi ecosystem, the regulatory environment, and the overall state of the global economy. While it is impossible to predict with certainty what will happen to Bitcoin's price in the coming years, it is clear that the cryptocurrency is here to stay and will continue to play an important role in the global financial system.